it's a great day. And what that means is it's you showing up to be who you really are in every moment. My topic is your ability to choose what you want. And in every moment, we're choosing. And we're not choosing between this or that, like you've got two choices. You actually only have one choice. And that's actually when we think we have free will, we do. But it's actually one choice. You either honor your heart center, who you are, or you honor the false mind, the virtual reality projector mind. And in choosing, you know, there's a word so many of us have used called responsibility. And I invite you to, when you speak or read or hear people talking, change the way you pronounce it. Because there's a way that our unconscious or subconscious accepts what we hear and what we're saying and the meaning we've given that. So respondability, that's responsibility, means respond ability. And if all we do is we're responding, we're not choosing to stay in our heart. We're responding basically to the minds that are controlling those other people or situations in our life on the outer. And therefore we're keeping, in a sense, this duality reality of loss and gain, like and dislike. And it's not love, because love has no opposite. Fear is not the opposite of love, because love has no opposite. That would be degrading love to the level of duality, which does not exist. But we'll talk about that later. But the ability to act, and I call this actability, because in every moment of now, every moment of now, that's all we've got. That's who, and that's all. It's beyond everything. It's us being ourselves. And when we act ability, we don't allow other people to determine for us our choice. That means I'm not reacting to you, and reacting is acting that again. Reacting, always means again. So when we begin to understand the prefixes and the suffixes that are added to words, and also if you add just an L in with W-O-R-D, and you get L in that's called world. So the ability to then act, instead of always being a responder to what other people, like if it's the weather, if it's rainy, some people say, oh, it's a gloomy day. So then they become gloomy, because instead of, oh, hey, it's another beautiful day. And when you do that, you keep yourself where you need to be, which is heart-centered, which is in divine mind, which doesn't need to think, because you are the witness. You see, and you are what is real. Living entities are real. And therefore, I have my free will is I don't have to react, because I'm only really reacting to almost like a automatic mind, automatic thinking machine, where people are believing their thoughts and thinking and analyzing and think, well, I thought this and thought this. You're making it up, because where does it exist but in your mind? And if I own my ability, my power of free will, which is to say heart-centered, which is in my own knowingness and beingness, and my mind in the bliss zone, meaning I don't need to think, I can observe and actually be fully the now, my own sense of beingness. And when we are there, every moment of this now, we will know always, and we will do exactly the most perfect thing. And what we've been taught is to react to what we've been given on the outside. And it's just like, say for instance, in school when they taught you something. I have heard that we've had many presidents before what we call the first president of the United States. Well, that's interesting. It's like knowledge is interesting. It's something to look at. But to also realize that everybody's got an opinion. And that all of us, in a sense, have the desire to make other people like us in some way, especially miserable people. Because those people who are threatening are the most frightened. And I know that because I had a very close relationship with a psychopath. And they're very smart, and they're very charming, and yet they keep you afraid as time goes on because they're so fearful. And this terror inside, the fear of being harmed or hurt. And all that comes from memory of the physical body being harmed or hurt, or mentally being harmed or hurt. But you got to remember, you as a spirit soul are never harmed and hurt. And you can never lose who you are. You can forget. And we have layers and layers of ignorance. But a lot of this, the reacting is... you can listen and hear what people are saying, but you don't have to agree. And what we tend to do in relationship is in desiring a relationship, we will sell out ourselves. We will betray ourselves. So the key is own your ability to act. And you don't have to respond to anyone, especially in the manner in which they are communicating. So honor yourself, tune in, be centered, and choose to act from who you are and what you choose to be, do, and have. You see, act ability.